Hey guys, it's Stephanie here. This month of April, I'm doing a mini tutorial on all the gardening stuff that you could be doing right now. My last video, I talked about compost and fertilizing, and then my first one, I talked about planting trees and shrubs. So today, I'm going to be talking about mulching. Recently, I watched this documentary called Back to Eden Gardening. It's awesome. He talks about mulching. If you have not watched that on YouTube, I would definitely recommend it. The link is above. Check it out. It will forever change the way you look at mulching. So I live in a really hot climate. It's so good for weed control, for helping with moisture, keeping in that water, which I really need to do this year. And it's great over the years because it helps your soil, it provides nitrogen, and it makes your soil more sustainable. So let's take a look at some of this mulch I bought. Okay, as you can see here, this is quite a bit thicker than my compost. The compost really breaks down quickly, but mulch does not, and it's just so necessary if you have a lot of weeds or if you really live in a hot climate, and it adds a lot of beauty to lay this down. I'm just really excited to have such better weed control this summer because it's been such a battle. I feel like I'll weed a flower bed and then a week later they're just all back. So this is crucial and it's going to help so much with that water. So I can't wait to get this down. So this year I'm just planning on putting about 2 to 3 inches worth of compost on each layer. If you have a really heavily weeded area that you're kind of just wanting to control or kill, you can go even heavier, about 4 inches, but I'm just going with the 2 to 3 inches. And also, if you have little plants, which I do, you might want to put some cups over and some planters, whatever you need to, so you don't cover those little plants coming in. But this is going to be so great. It's going to look so beautiful too. Now that I've covered mulching, I'm not going to lay that down quite yet because there's a few other things I want to tell you guys to do right now. There's so much to cover, so I'm trying to break it down in videos so it's not so overwhelming. But now is a great time to start dividing your plants if you want more of one. Take them throughout your yard. And then also planting bare root roses. I wanted to show you a bunch that I planted. And also I have some fun bare root perennials that I'm going to plant. One last thing I'm going to cover today is it's the perfect time to start pruning your shrubs, your perennials that bloom on new wood. So roses are an example of that, hydrangeas, caryopteris, butterfly bush. I have a video on pruning my caryopteris, butterfly bush, and my roses. So check those videos out if you're curious. New wood blooms mean they just grow on this year's growth and they bloom on this year's growth. So it's a great time to cut them down because you won't lose those blooms. Here are some of the bare root roses that I planted. They have a mind of their own. Some of my roses, they start to leaf out and bloom like 2 weeks later, and some it takes a little bit longer, more like 4 to 6 weeks. I even have a rose over here that I want to show you. This is my Queen of Sweden Dave Austin rose, and I planted this a year ago. It never leafed out the entire year, and this year it is barely starting to get some leaves. So I'm hoping it's really going to take off. I'm glad I didn't give up on it. This one just really is taking its time, and I'm not sure why, because normally all of my roses that I plant bare root come really fast and are really healthy. I don't know if it's because I had a lack of nutrients or I planted it weird, which I didn't plant it any different, so I'm not sure, but it is finally starting to come out. Here is my Lady of the Lake climber rose. This is going to be so beautiful along this obelisk. Anyways, I'm going to give you guys an update in a month and show you what this looks like, because right now it's not doing anything, but in a month you'll be amazed. This is Coreopsis mouse ears, and I divided this all along here. So I'm going to have Coreopsis go all along the front. It's going to be really pretty with my lavender. And then I have another Lady of the Lake climbing rose right down there. Can't wait till all this starts to fill in, but these are tasks that you can all be doing right now. The last thing I'm going to do today is plant my Asiatic lily Landini lilies. This is a beautiful lily. I love it. It's like dark black. I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is a great time to plant those bare root perennials. I already had some Biacova that I put in the ground. I ordered that online, and then some hostas that I also got from Walmart. This would be a great time to run to Walmart, get some of these bare roots, start putting them in your ground. I do have to warn that they take a little while to leaf out and start to grow, maybe 4 to 6 weeks. You save so much money this way, but I did get nervous thinking, uh-oh, am I not watering enough? But make sure you just water it, keep it moist, but not too wet, and you should start to see them come a little bit later. I will give you an update on that as mine start to grow, especially my bare root roses, everything that's starting to come to life. So it's really fun and it's a great way to save money. Just don't wait to plant them. Don't let them dry out. So when you get them, immediately plant them. That's some of the mistakes I made in the past, is I left them in the bag and they are kind of moist. You just don't want them to dry out. Look how beautiful this Asiatic lily is. This is the Landini, as you can see. It gets about 35 to 39 inches tall. So that's really tall and about 12 inches wide. All you have to do is plant it 8 inches deep. I'm going to show you what they look like. I just have fallen in love with lilies this year. I want them everywhere. I get mine caught on one plant sometimes and think I have to have them everywhere, but I have to remind myself that's okay. You can just enjoy them in one spot. I did buy some Robina lilies and those are pretty too. I think it's going to be so pretty with my lamb's ear, my lilac. I have a grass back there that's going to get pretty tall. And then this onyx and pearl penstemon has really beautiful purple leaves and white flowers, and it gets fairly tall, about 36 inches. So I thought this maroon foliage with 2 of these lilies is going to be really pretty, but they do spread, so I don't mind if they just fill in this whole area. Anyways, let's take a look at what they look like. So I got these ones from, I actually think I got these from Lowe's. I did get them from Lowe's. They're already starting to grow a little bit. The roots are down there. I'm just going to get it 8 inches deep in the ground, water it, and then I should be able to see beautiful flowers this summer. I cannot wait to show you. Let's get these planted. The mulch is down, so let's take a look at it. It's quite a transformation. Here it is. Doesn't it look so much better? I'm really happy with it. I'm so excited to have better weed control and better moisture retention. That was about 2 yards. I have 15 more to go. I'm just gonna focus on that for the next week. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I know it's definitely gonna be worth it. I hope you guys are liking these little videos of your early spring gardening to-do lists. And I hope I'm giving you some confidence so you know what you can do, what you can get a head start on. Sometimes I wonder, why do we do this to ourselves as gardeners? Kind of kill ourselves, because it's all worth it for beautiful flowers. They bring so much joy. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having so much fun in your spring gardens right now, and we will talk to you later. Bye.